Absolute advantage means one person can produce something better or faster than another using the same resources. Comparative advantage means that one person can produce something at a lower opportunity cost. Now here's a chart if Brett can only bake 10 cakes per day and Joe can bake 5 cakes per day, but if they were making pies, then Brett can bake 15 pies in a day while Joe can bake 4 pies. To find who has a comparative advantage, first we need to solve for their opportunity cost, and we can do that by finding what the opportunity cost is for 1 cake and 1 pie for each of them. 15 over 10 is 3/2, so Brett can bake 1 cake for 3/2 pies, and for 1 pie he can bake 2/3 of a cake. Joe can bake 1 cake for 4/5 of a pie, and 1 pie for 5/4 of a cake. Now to find who has the lowest opportunity cost, we compare the numbers and circle the lowest number. And this shows us that Brett has the lowest opportunity cost for making pies, so hence he should make pies and Joe should make cake instead. Now if Brett traded pies for cake, then an acceptable trade would be a number between 2/3 and 5/4, which would be 1, which means that Brett can trade 1 pie for 1 cake. This is an acceptable trade because now if he trades for 1 pie, he'll get 1 cake instead of 2/3 of a cake. Now we are turning this question into an input question by instead of the numbers representing how much they can make per day, they now represent how long it takes to make one of each. Now we will flip it. So now however long it takes Brett to make 1 cake, he will now make 2/3 of a pie for that same amount of time, and we're getting that number from 10 over 15. And for the time he spends making 1 pie, he can also make 3/2 of a cake. For Joe, for every cake he makes, he could have made 5/4 of a pie, and for each pie he makes, he could have made 4/5 of a cake. Now for absolute advantage, since Joe would take only 5 hours to make a cake rather than 10 hours, and only 4 hours to bake a pie rather than 15 hours, Joe would be the absolute advantage for both pies and cakes. Now for the comparative advantage. Since 2/3 is less than 4/5, this would mean that Brett has the least opportunity cost, and since he should now make the cakes. And since 4/5 is less than 3/2, then that means Joe has the least opportunity cost when he bakes a pie, so he should bake the pie now.